So hi everyone, I just want to welcome you all to our Tuesday night Zoom. This is our team Zoom that we call The Great Escape, and I'm really excited and very blessed to be able to share it with you all. Just to give you a bit of background, my name's Kate Robinson, and I basically got involved with Juice Plus, the company, in March last year. Prior to that, I was a customer for Juice Plus in September 2014. And my journey has been, I was really fortunate to be shared this amazing product of Juice Plus and also the Juicy Body Transformation Program by my personal trainer, Lorian. And at the same time, he also shared this amazing online business that goes with Juice Plus, where we get to share this product and program with friends and family. We also get to create an online business from home. So Lorian shared it with me at the same time, and I pretty much said no. I was working full-time. I had 2 small kids and my husband worked away. So my first thing was I didn't have enough time to fit anything else in. But I loved the products and the program so much that, I was just a happy customer for 6 months. But what I realized was that my life was really not my work, and my life was not affording me any freedom to do the things that I loved and that I enjoyed. So I was quickly starting to say no to a lot of things as I got more and more pressure and stress at work. And it was at that point in March last year that I decided, what if this business with this amazing product and program that I already loved, what if this could be the opportunity for me to be able to create some freedom in my life and to step away from work? And I'm really fortunate to say that, fast forward the clock to this year, August this year, and I got to leave my full-time job. So I built my online business up over the past 16 months, and I was able to quit my full-time job. And now I just get to work part-time in, very easy part-time hours in and around my kids. And I get to be there for school drop-off and pick up, all the afternoon activities, and I'm no longer under stress and pressure to get to my old job. I can now, drop the kids off, go to the gym, go for a walk with my friends, take the dogs for a walk, and just have the day at my leisure and fit this online business in and around my life and my kids' life. So I absolutely love the freedom that I've been able to create. And I also love working with my amazing success team that are working towards creating freedom for themselves. And tonight we're going to share with you the products of Juice Plus and the amazing program, the online health program called the Juicy Body Transformation. We're going to share with you about that. And then we're also going to share some great stories about how we've created this business. As I said, in stolen moments, online, from our smartphones and from home. So I'm going to hand over to the lovely Sam now, who's going to introduce our products and program and share with you, the great things about them and why we love them so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Kate. Hi, everyone. Thanks for jumping on. I get the super cool job of talking about our amazing products, which I really love. I love that they're so simple and they really give us just a nice, easy, convenient way to make sure we're getting more whole food health into our lives. I think, like most of us know, the key to sort of health is to eat more fruits and vegetables, drink more water, have less stress, a little bit of exercise in there. But the problem is most people don't do that. And one of the main areas I think where people do sort of fall down is on the nutrition side. We lead very busy lifestyles, and often convenience is something that sort of takes over from what should really be at the forefront of our mind, which is health. So Juice Plus came into my life now, I think it's about 12 months ago, and I was doing okay at the time. Like, I think I was eating okay, I was exercising okay, and that kind of, I think, left me feeling just okay. That's pretty much how it is. I wasn't bouncing off walls. I definitely was needing that sort of 3 p.m. kick of coffee, or even, I'm not going to lie, a bit of a nana nap in the afternoon. A friend of mine had started on the program, and when she first started, I was pretty skeptical. I sort of went, oh yeah, whatever, fruits and veggies in capsules. But I couldn't argue with the changes that I saw in her, so that led me to give it a go. I'll sort of explain a bit about what the products are and sort of share my results as I go through it. So the first thing that I looked at was the capsules, which you've probably seen them on Facebook, or whoever invited you on here tonight's probably shared a little bit about them. So we have the fruit, veg and berry capsules. They're 3 different blends, like that, I should say. They are encapsulated. I'll show you in there. I'm nearly out of my berries. And what they enable you to get is each day 27 varieties of sort of raw fruit and vegetables into your body. I love the fact that it was whole food. So unlike a multivitamin, which I've spent hundreds of dollars on, my body actually recognized it as food. So I was absorbing those nutrients in. What was really great about that is I was then getting a big variety of fruit and vegetable that I wasn't getting in my natural diet. Like my normal diet might consist of sweet potato, asparagus, and maybe some broccolini most days. That's pretty much my vegetable limit. The sort of World Health Organization says that we need to have, 9 to 12 serves, and I'll put my hand up that definitely on a daily basis that is not happening. So what Juice Plus then enabled me to do was bridge the gap between what I was eating to much closer to what I should be eating, which is essentially what Juice Plus is. It helps you to bridge the gap in your nutrition. We're no way talking about replacing fruits and vegetables, and that's what I loved about the program that came along with the capsules. We're very blessed to have the amazing Kira Westwick, who was in the 2014 MasterChef series. She's got a very passionate drive behind delivering whole food, healthy, easy to follow natural food recipes. Not full of like the wankery superfood things either. So it's just things that you can pick up at your supermarket that are really easy to get. And it was family friendly. So I loved the fact that really reinforced the fact that this program was more about a lifestyle change, not about some sort of fad diet that you did for 30 days and then all of this weight dropped off. It was really about incorporating sort of healthy habits into your daily routine. So for me, I started on just the capsules, and within about probably 4 or 5 days, I rang up my friend and I was like, did you feel like happier on these things when you were taking them? Because that was the first thing that I noticed, was definitely my mood I just sort of felt lighter. That's the best way that I can describe it. Then it went on from there. Like my energy was definitely better. I was able to get out of bed in the morning. So I'd always got a fair bit of sleep, but I would still wake up tired. That was leading me to not want to exercise, which then leads to weight gain. It's just a bit of a vicious cycle. So with the fact that I was feeling more energized, I was able to get to the gym. I was able to work out better because I felt like I had more energy. So then we know what happens. The weight starts to drop off. So that was great. I lost about 6 kilos in that first 30 days. And I loved the fact, as time went on, I sort of learned a bit more about the product. So the fact that it was safe. So it wasn't like some of these things that you get from your health food shops that you can't have if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, that the elderly can't have, that kids can't have. I love the fact that this was safe for all. If you could eat fruits and vegetables, you could take Juice Plus. So I thought, wow, what an amazing product. And just touching on that sort of subject with the kids, I know a lot of parents, the main thing that they struggle with is getting their kids to eat their fruits and veggies. They're surrounded by all this junk food here. It's all at eye level in the supermarket. So getting them to want to eat it is just a battle. So what Juice Plus has done is created the fruit and veg capsules into a chewable version for the kids. And the amazing thing about this is when an adult is on the product, they can supply their kid for free for up to 4 years. So I thought that was super cool. The kids are then getting sort of, I think it's 17 varieties of fruit and veg in every day. And this is part of a child health study. And there's over 1 million children on Juice Plus worldwide. And they are showing some amazing results with how that's impacting their health, their immunity, also behavioural things at school. And the fact that they've been able to do that for free whilst just looking after mum and dad, I think that's such a good thing to do. So yeah, that's pretty much the capsules and the chewables. the other product which was introduced to me a little bit later on was the whole food shakes. I'll show them there. There's two varieties, so there's a vanilla and a chocolate version. I'm always a little bit like, oh, I don't need to eat shakes, I'll just have real food. But once again, convenience comes into it. So sometimes, especially shift workers, if you work sort of one of those shifts where you come home at an awkward time and you just kind of grab whatever's available, I was kind of grabbing like a chunk of cheese or maybe a cheeseburger. Everything kind of revolves around cheese in my life. So what these were was a really good option to have. The other sort of part of the day that they've really kind of worked their way into is my breakfast, because I wasn't eating enough for breakfast. I was very heavy in the back end of the day with food and not enough in the morning. We all know that that's not the way things are supposed to go. So with adding the shakes into my daily diet, I have one a day, I've sort of been adding more plants into my system. So the shakes are made up of purely plants, and it's not just protein. So it's got fats, which we need fats, but we do need those in our bodies, those good fats. It's got the good sugars, it's got carbohydrates, protein, salts, loads of vitamins and minerals. I was looking at these for my mum the other day, who's a massive Weet-Bix fan, and we went through what each of them have, and these have everything that Weet-Bix have plus more. So I was like, Mum, and they taste better. Like, who likes Weet-Bix? Weet-Bix are gross. So but they've been unreal. I love those. They have natural sort of antidepressants in them, and to be honest, I miss them when I run out. But about 4 days, I've got a limit. I'm like, I need my shakes back. So that's pretty much our two products. I think one of the main things that I love about Juice Plus is the amount of research behind it. The fact that it's got pharmaceutical grade studies. There's pretty much no other product that has that on the market. And the fact that the company takes the time to study their product, study the effect that it has on the body, the fact that it's bioavailable, so it's not just wasted in the toilet, the fact that it improves the immune system. So for me, I can put my hand up. I've been sick once in 12 months, and that is unheard of for me. I love the fact that the company makes an effort to make sure the product is so good for people. So I'm going to pass over to Beck now, who is launching her business tonight. She's a very good friend of mine, and she's going to share about how the product's impacted her life, because really that's what we're about, is sharing stories, real stories, not just facts and figures. So I'll pass over to you, Beck, and we'll hear from you. Thanks, Beck.
Hi, thanks, Sam. Hi guys, so I was first introduced to the products back in January, so it's like 7-8 months ago. I was kind of just following Sam's Facebook page, got a little bit curious. You know, I work 3 nights a week, I teach 2 dance classes a week, plus I have 4 kids, so I was pretty much exhausted at the stage where I was just desperate to try anything. I was kind of just living on 4 to 5 coffees a day just to get through the day. So anyway, I messaged Sam. It took me a couple of weeks before I actually just went, okay, let's just do it. And yeah, so I started that at the end of January. One of the first things I probably noticed was I wasn't as exhausted. So when my alarm went off in the morning, I'd actually get up in the morning and not laze around, 5-10 minutes thinking I don't want to get up, which then kind of made us late for school. That's probably one of the first things I noticed. I noticed that my coffee intake kind of went down. I now only have my 1 coffee a day, which is pretty good for a coffee addict. And I wasn't needing that 3 o'clock nap that I kind of needed just to get through the day, which when you've got a toddler, that kind of doesn't really work out. So they're probably the biggest things I noticed. And then just the simple things like my nails now grow. Never had nails before. My hair's super long. Don't even want to go get it cut. So they're just the main things. I kind of noticed with my kids as well. So I put my kids on the products, and so I've got a teenager daughter that actually dances a fair bit. And she suffered from something called jumper's knee last year. So she actually had to take a term off from dancing. So we're kind of getting to that stage again this year when I was thinking would have to go back to the physio. I put her on the products, and I noticed with her dancing increase, she no longer has any problems. And then I've also got 2 boys that are pretty out there, as boys are pretty crazy, and if you've got boys, you know what it's like. So I've noticed with them that they're more focused. That's probably like the biggest thing. They're more focused. They're still hypo, but not as bad. So yeah, they're probably the main things. Excited to see what happens in the future. Definitely with the kids, continue there. My husband started the products last week, so I'm pretty keen to see where he goes with it. One of the first things he noticed for me was he said, "I'm always happy." Obviously, I wasn't happy before, so pretty excited by that. Don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, but
don't worry,
yeah,
Beck, we all get that one.
I'm kind of just excited to see where he goes. Yeah, just to see what changes in him.
Posted on him. Awesome, thank you. Now we've got another one person's going to share tonight. Anthea, I'm going to land you in it. Anthea is another friend of mine who, I guess she advocates for people that weren't maybe that focused on their health to begin with. Hey, Flea. So this is definitely a program for everyone. How'd you go?
Yeah. I'm awesome, actually. I am ridiculously skeptical, as Sam would know. I think it took her 3 months of me questioning her and talking to her and doing my own research before I even agreed to try it. My mum's a nurse, and it's always been, have some Panadol, stop whinging, you know, you'll get over it. And I've just never been too phased with the whole exercise. I used to play a lot of netball. I turned it into a contact sport, and then I wasn't allowed to play netball anymore. So that kind of, when that happened, exercise really went out the window. It never really bothered me. And I've always loved salad and fruit, summer fruits probably. That I do pretty much 90% of my fruit intake in summer, when I could just purely eat mangoes and strawberries and peaches and all of those really good ones. And then the rest of the year it's like, yeah, no, it's an apple. It's really not that exciting. So Sam was like, come on, like, you smoke, you drink, you do no exercise, you've got to get your ass moving, you've got to do this. And I was like, right, I'll give it a go. And I expected nothing, which was, you know, I thought, no, it's just all going to be bull, whatever, I'll give it a go, and then at least I can shut her up for a little while. And I gave it a go, and I was freaking amazed. I have normally would be drinking a minimum of 3 coffees a day, each with 3 shots of coffee in it. So I was having the equivalent to 9 coffees a day, and then Cokes and soft drinks and caffeine drinks on top of that, just to get through the day. And I'm down to, like Beck, I'm down to 1 coffee. Admittedly, it still has 3 shots, but it's 1 versus 3, so I'm proud of that regardless. I'm getting up out of bed. I'm having a full of a morning, and I'm having a full 8 hours sleep. I don't sleep 8 hours. I did high school and most of my adult life sleeping 3 hours a night, and getting up and doing it all over again and just feeling exhausted 24/7. My skin cleared up. I had developed adult acne, and I think it was a stress-related thing or a hormone-related thing. And the doctors gave me medication to try and help my skin, and turns out that actually gave me psoriasis as well. So after a few weeks of Juice Plus, that was a massive thing. I noticed my skin had cleared up, my scalp had cleared up. I wasn't scratching continuously. It was driving me absolutely batty. And I'm eating healthier and wanting to exercise. I've lost 20 kilos in 6 months that I've been on Juice Plus, and I do lead, like, my job's pretty active. I don't sit down all day. I run literally all day. I don't remember a time where I actually wandered to the toilet just and had a relaxing break or anything like that. I'm always charging around. I'm doing a little bit of exercise, not much more, but better than what I was doing, which was absolutely nothing at all. Yeah, and I'm craving fruit and veggies. I'm craving chicken and salad sandwiches, and when normally I would just go, you know, get a pork and gravy roll and fang that down and then run outside to have as many smokes as I physically could before I had to go back into work. So, and I'm not sick. This is the first time I can't say that. I did get sick this year. I got a flu, but I didn't have a flu shot. I didn't get a chest infection from it, nor did I get a sinus infection, and I haven't had antibiotics to fix it. So it's been a massive change for me, and I'm very glad Sam persisted and pushed me and told me to stop being a sook and to suck it up and give it a go. So yeah, I was trying to stop rambling, but yeah.
I'm glad we got there. Happy for you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lee. So I think we have one more that was going to share their story just quickly tonight, was Melody. I'd love to hear from you too. Thanks, Tom.
Hi. Am I off mute? Yep. You can hear me?
You're good. Yep.
That was a great story. How amazing. I have been on the product now, I think this is my 5th month. The things that I've probably noticed is I had all my bloods taken at the beginning of the year, and unfortunately for the first time in my life I'd had high cholesterol. So I had a blood test done last month, and the doctor was really surprised at my cholesterol lowering by 1.7. Really, I don't know what that means, but they were quite shocked as well. So that was a really good sign. Certainly the things that I have noticed is I am craving more fruit. I've always been a bit of a vegetable eater anyway, but never fruit. Definitely eating more fruit for me. And little things like, if I had a barbecue chicken, I'd always go and eat the skin of the chicken. I can't even put it in my mouth now. So just little things like that I've really noticed with myself. My son is on the chews and loves them. Well, we both love them. I kind of eat all of his vegetable chews. To the point that I don't have to remind him to have them. He just gets up in the morning and evening and he has his Juice Plus, and, he goes around talking about Juice Plus as well. So I'm also on the shakes, which, like Sam was saying, you really do notice when you run out of your box. You're really craving them the next order to arrive, and they taste amazing. So the product's fantastic. It's really, really good. And, it's something that, as everybody says, it makes sense. Nobody would eat as many fruits and veg, that we're meant to be getting daily. So, it's a no-brainer. So that's my product story.
Awesome. Thank you. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much our amazing products. I'm going to pass back over to Kate now, who's going to move us into our next little segment, because I don't have a list up of who's going to be next. So thanks.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks for that. So, as Sam beautifully covered, our products and our program, the Juicy Body Transformation Program, and also those amazing stories of success that people have had health-wise, and also with weight loss on the JBT program as well, which is amazing. So now we're just going to talk about, the business side of the event, this vehicle that we use to create an online business, and, how it all works, and share some stories too about how we've created that in and around our full-time jobs or our children or whatever the case might be. So I'm going to hand it over to Natalie now, who's going to get started with how we do this business.
Awesome. Thanks, Kate. Hey, girls. So I'm Natalie. I've been with the Juice Plus business now for just under 12 months. It's coming up to my anniversary this month, so very exciting. And I guess the thing that really blows me away about this business is when I started, or when Juice Plus was first introduced to me, I really had no intention of doing a business. It wasn't something that was even on my radar, although it had been mentioned to me. As a mum of 2 children and working and being sick and tired of having sick and tired children, there was no way that I guess I looked at this as an option. I simply didn't think that I had time. There was a few different things, like I had just about every excuse. Like the girls, I'm pretty skeptical when I first looked into things, and I sort of just pushed it aside without understanding, I guess, what this could really provide for me going forward as a business. One of the first things, I guess, that I came up against was, it's one of those things. I don't want to be involved in one of those things. I don't really understand them or how they actually work. And I really thought, I'd have to give up my weekends running around doing party plans and things like that. So for me, it was a no in the beginning, and it wasn't until
my friend really saw the opportunity and said, hey, Nat, you know that thing, and you know, if I'm going to start it, are you starting it? And I went, wait a minute, if my sister-in-law is going to get paid when I've been sharing the product because I simply loved it and I was getting great results, you know, perhaps this was a little bit simpler than I thought it could be. So one of the first things, I guess, that comes up with a business like this, as I said, was, is it one of those things? And the first thing I guess I covered or really looked at was the business that I worked in already. So I've worked in retail as an optometry manager for, I think, the best part of 15 years. And it's been a great job, don't get me wrong. I've loved every minute of it, but it really didn't give me the time freedom for the amount of money that I was earning. I literally had to work more hours and be away from my children more and more. And I could see that, you know, they were fastly growing up, and the more hours I spent at work to create or provide an income and money for my family, the more I was missing out on. So in the traditional business that I work in, which is like most traditional businesses, at the top of the business, there's one position. It's the CEO. And when I started out with this particular company, I was a little trainee down along the bottom. Quite a few of us. I got taught really, really well. And in the beginning, it was really exciting. Now I had lots of friends. And we were all sort of working together to, you know, be better at the role that we're in. And it was a little bit of a competition. I'm not going to lie. We were all part of a traineeship. So you really wanted to be the smartest and you wanted to get there the fastest, to be the better skilled person. So I was pretty prepared to be, you know, competing with these people that I was working with. I knew that as the years went on within this business, I really wanted to be a manager. And the reason for that was I could see the potential income that when I was working as a store manager, one, I was able to help and coach people in that role. But obviously the pay packet was definitely something that appealed to me. I hadn't really thought too much though about how much effort that was really going to take on my behalf and at what cost that was going to be too. Before I had children, obviously my ambition was completely different. I was quite happy to spend 60 hours a week at work, but these days that's certainly not the case. So what I learned was that the further I went up the corporate ladder, and the same as in most businesses, the opportunities actually became less. So I was spending more time at work, fighting for positions that simply weren't going to be there. The reality of me ever getting to the CEO position in the business that I work in is pretty much none. We'll call it out there. Most businesses out there, they hire in from the top level here. And generally you'll find that the CEO of a business, or even right up into your senior sales management positions, they're hired in from external companies. They jump from chain to chain. So for me, that was something I was never really going to get. So what I loved about the Juice Plus business, just move that over there, is we're a slightly different business model. We all come into this business down the bottom here. So again, we all start out in the same position. No amount of money, intelligence, or training can actually buy you in at a higher position. We simply earn while we learn in our trade. And there's endless opportunities to get to the top, which is NMD. So anybody, by linking arms with anyone else along the way, can help and grow a business to wherever it is that they can see they want to sit. It doesn't really matter how fast that you do the business or where you want to be, providing that you're willing to work with other people and help them succeed at their business, you can succeed at yours as well. So it's more a business of being able to help other people achieve their goals, and at the end of the day, you'll achieve yours as well. That was the first thing, I guess, that really got knocked out of the water for me, or really took an interest to me, was that I could spend a little bit more time spending time with my kids and my family. I can do this business around the work that I do already, and I can start to chip away at those hours that I was spending at work to start to replace them with a business that I can do in and around my family. Some of the other things, I guess, that I looked at when I started in this business, of course, you come up with lots of excuses. That was another one for me. And one of them was that I thought that I had to know a lot of people. The business was introduced to me by my sister-in-law, who's on here, Kate. And I thought, okay, that's great. I know Kate, but who else? I don't want to be one of those pushy people. I don't want to run to all of my friends and, shoot on them and ask them to join our business. But the thing that she taught me along the way was that it's simply a duplicatable system. All we do is teach people to teach. So what I was already doing in my current role was what I was learning to do in a new position. So Kate was introduced to the business by Lorraine, as she mentioned before, her personal trainer. I'll put Kate on here. And he really reached out to her to share the business with her, basically so she could create some more freedom in her life, and also because it was going to give her the opportunity to share that with other people as well. Kate, never really pushed or came too forward with me either. So she sat back and waited until I was ready to start having a look at this opportunity, and simply linked arms and taught me everything that she had been taught by Lorraine. Early on in the business, Sam, my friend who you heard speaking before, also joined me on our business adventure. And for her, it really meant that she could spend less time at work, more time sunning on the beach and creating an amazing future at such a young age. Sam linked arms with her niece, Jess, who was on or just about to go on maternity leave. And one of the exciting things that it's been given for Jess is that Sam's been able to help her obviously stay on maternity leave a little bit longer, help remove some of that financial stress that you can have being on maternity leave, raising a new family and building a new home. So that's been an amazing journey to watch. Jess reached out and shared with a mama in her business, Lauren, who Lauren was another mum that she'd met along the way at a mothers group, and she really saw the opportunity to look at and grow a business as well. Now, as this has gone along, the thing that becomes quite duplicatable and really quite amazing is that Kate has also reached out to other people within the business and helped them create the same thing. Kate's taught me to do exactly the same thing, so I've reached out and grown other people in the business. Sam's reached out and grown people in the business. Jess has gone out and added people to the business. In each one of those, we've simply taught them to do exactly the same thing. Yeah, please move. So simply gone out and taught them to attract other people that are interested in the business, to help and grow their business and to help people create a better way in their life and create some better health and freedom for themselves as well. So along those ways, obviously all of these team members are helping and reaching customers and growing their teams into amazing things. So that's a little bit about how we grow our business. I know it's a little bit of a popcorn effect there. You can really see that once your business starts growing and once you start attracting the right people into your business, simply by helping, coaching and teaching them to do well in their business, your business can grow. The thing that I love the most is that you can take a step away. When times happen, like little children, like you met mine just before, pop up and things happen, I can take a step back from the business. And I know that it's going to continue to grow because the people in my life and the people in my team all have their own invested interest in the business too. So they're always going to pick up their pieces too. So I'll hand it back over to Kate, who's going to introduce the next section. Thanks, Kate.
Thanks, Nat. That was so awesome. I can see my little niece around there together. All right. So basically, I just wanted to share the true power of our business, and that's really found in the power of numbers. So, when I look at the numbers and the way that we share this business, if I could go out and just link arms with 2 people, and that's really easy in the beginning. I could really think of at least 2 people in my life that could really use a vehicle like this to create some freedom. So by going out and teaching 2 people, linking arms with them and teaching them how to do this business really well, and then teaching them to go out and reach out to 2 people in their lives and to teach them again how to do this business really well, that really quickly turns into 4. And if 4, reach out and link arms and help 2 other people, that then becomes 8. And then if 8 reach out and help 2 people in their lives do this business. That becomes 16. 16 teaches 2. That becomes 32. And pretty quickly you can see you've got about 64 people in your business, just with the power of duplication in linking arms and teaching people really well how to do this business, and then they go on and they teach other people how to do this business. And what we realised was, we looked at some amazing teams in the UK and what they were doing, and they really just harnessed the power of numbers. So, 2 is awesome, and having 64 people in your business is really cool, but, what could be even better was, over time, reaching out, linking arms and teaching 5 people how to do this business. And, this is where the cool duplication starts to take effect. So, if 5 reach out and teach 5 people, that's 25. And then if 25 go and teach 5 people, that's 125. If 125 go and teach 5 people, 625. And if 625 reach out and help in time 5 people, that's 3,125 people in your business. So you can see how, this number here to this number is a massive difference. And you definitely don't need 3,000 people in your business to be successful, but it does really help, right? But, you can see at the beginning, up the top here, it's really adding 3 more people over time and teaching an extra 3 people over time how to do this business. And then they go out and duplicate exactly what you've taught them, because we have such an amazing system. So I really love that, the power of numbers and how easy this business duplicates. So the other really cool thing that I get to share tonight is how we get paid in this business. And, I love the fact that in our online businesses with Juice Plus, we actually get paid 3 ways. And I know that in my old job that I've retired from now, which is really cool to say, I only got paid 1 way. So I only got paid a salary. If I didn't go to work, I didn't get paid. I was, only allowed 4 weeks holiday leave, 4 weeks leave a year, which really didn't work with kids' school holidays. So, I was getting paid 1 way, but in this we actually get paid 3 ways. So the first way that we get paid is we get paid the retail sales profit from all the products that we share with friends and family. The company pays us the retail profit. And I love the fact that with this business, you actually don't have to carry any stock. The only stock that you have in your house is the products that you use and your family uses for themselves. And as Nat said before, there's no party plan. You don't need a demonstrator's kit or anything like that. So all you need is the products that you use and love. And we basically connect the customer with the company, and our company ships the product to the customer, makes all the payments, and then puts the retail sales profit into our bank accounts, which I love. It's so simple. The other way that we get paid is by commission. So as you do well in this business and you grow through the business and you also grow a team, you get paid a commission as well, which is really cool. And the third way that we get paid is through bonuses. So, not many people in this day and age, in this era, get paid a bonus anymore. I know in one of my old jobs, the end of year bonus that we got, we didn't even get a Christmas party, right? They got cancelled because people behaved badly. So all we got was a $50 Maya voucher at the end of the year. That was our thanks. So I love the fact that in this business we get paid bonuses, and our bonuses are a direct reflection from the amount of people that we've helped. So tonight I'm going to run through our bonuses. So one of the first levels that we get to in our business is SDVF. And when you get to SDVF, you get paid a $400 bonus. And what I love about this business is it's all about teaching and helping people. So the person that taught you how to get to SDVF, they also get a $400 bonus. And that's what we call our teacher bonus. And that is a direct bonus for helping coach and teach that person to get to SDVF. So I'm going to hand on over to Jen who's going to share her business story on how she got to SDVF. I'll just find you, hun. Hey, Jen.
Hi, how's it going, everyone? Hang on, I'm just putting myself on gallery view. So I came into this business about 6 months ago. My beautiful friend Kate was the one that introduced me to it. And at the time, I wasn't really looking to start a new business. I actually had 10-month-old twins, but I was living at home with my parents, with my husband and twins. My husband was working ridiculous hours. He's a personal trainer, so he gets up at 5 a.m. and a lot of times doesn't get home until 7 p.m. And we're just living this ridiculous, crazy life where, my babies didn't even get to see their dad half the time. And I was like, I just can't live like this anymore. It was hard. It was really, really hard. And then one day I just happened to be on Facebook and I came across Kate's post. And I'd come across a few of these posts and I guess it just didn't really register to me. I'm like, oh, she looks like she's doing well, having fun, blah, 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 blah. And then one day, her and I was chatting and she just told me what was going on. I'm like, oh, this might work for me, because I just had to think of another way. There had to be another way out there where I could contribute from home, where my husband didn't have to work so hard and we didn't have to struggle so much. So Kate told me about Juice Plus and it sounded amazing. I want to be a stay-at-home mum. I come from a corporate background. And I guess out of myself and my husband, I'm technically the breadwinner, but I did not want to go back to that life. I didn't want to go back to working until 11, 12 o'clock at night and not be there for my kids. Like it's really important for me to be able to be a stay-at-home mum. So, this made sense to me. It looked awesome. Kate was having heaps of fun doing it. I signed up. I tried the products and I loved the products. I was so exhausted when the products first came into my life. I just felt like a broken woman basically after going through a twin pregnancy, my body healing. I had pelvic issues, really low iron. So when I started taking the product, I noticed an immediate change in myself. I definitely had more energy. My pelvic pain, even though I was seeing a physio, that really helped. There was still that little bit of pain that I had that didn't go away. And when I started taking the products, it did. I had blood work where my iron levels for the first time in my whole life were normal, because I'm a vegetarian, so I always had low iron. And the hair and the nails and all that stuff, and it just made sense to me. And so I signed up and the rest is history, and I'm loving it. And I love that I get to work with one of my oldest friends in the world.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jen. I love your story. Being a mum of twins who are very quickly getting to that really hard age of almost 18 months. So you're amazing and doing this business from home. That's so awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks, Kate.
All right. So the next level that we get to in our business is called SC. And when you get to SC, you get a $600 bonus. So I love it how you just keep giving yourself a pay rise. And the person that taught you how to do this business, they also get a $600 bonus. So I'm going to hand over to the lovely Michaela, who's joining us from the UK. So let me just find you, hon. Hey.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me on. I'm also a twin mum, and Juice Plus has been in my life about 13 months now. For me, my story is always changing. Initially, I started the business purely because I wanted a discount. That's where my financial status was. I've been in the UK for about 5 years. I'm ex-Navy and my husband is still currently serving, so unfortunately he's away 60% of the month. In the last 15 years, I've moved house 21 times. So you can imagine I'm always, having to find new friends and restart. But when I started the business, I never realised exactly what this was going to be for me. I started it as Jenny, pretty much a broken woman. I think anyone that has twins and says the first 18 months is easy is either on drugs or probably should be. And for us, our financial situation was quite dire. I missed maternity leave by about 4 days, which was quite heartbreaking. And our financial situation was just an absolute mess. I lost my independence. All the little things that I never realised becoming a mum. Like, don't get me wrong, I love being a mum. My children are the light of my life. But, you lose your identity. You become like this, the milk machine that does the washing and dishes and all these kind of things. And what this business has given me, it's given me back my independence. It's given me back, the positive, stride. I get to network across the world. I run a business. And last month was just amazing for us. We're migrating back to Australia in 6 weeks' time. And the sheer cost of that is quite extortionate. And for me, last month, I was able, with my paycheck, to get us out of debt. So without Juice Plus, our financial situation, I'd hate to think where we were. My mental state is, although I like a bit of a joke and, and a bit of a larrikin, to be honest, I think it saved me from postnatal depression. Being able to network with women that are like-minded, that are all on the same sort of mission, it's been a saviour for me. And again, I'm reconnected with people that I went to school with, that I've known since I was 5 years of age. So it's literally, I've got nothing bad to say. And I thank Kate every single day, usually by text, which drives her mad. But I thank her for introducing this to me, because I've got my health back. After 17 years with endometriosis, I'm completely free of it. And, so I feel like I'm the lucky one.
Oh, that is awesome. I love your story, Michaela. Thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure to help such wonderful people with this business. And to help people with their health and also their financial situation is just amazing. Absolutely love what I get to do. So the next level that we get to is SSC. And when you get to SSC, the bonuses just keep growing. So when you get there, you get a $1,200 bonus. And again, because it's a teaching business, the person who taught you how to do it also gets a $1,200 bonus. So I'm going to hand back to Sam, the lovely Sam that shared about our products before, and she's going to share how she got to SSC.
Hi, thanks, Kate. Hello again. So, for me, the business, it made sense pretty early on, but I didn't really kind of get it for a while. I kind of just played around with it. I think I was at a time, like I said, kind of with my diet and exercise, work and the rest of my life was kind of in that same bracket. It was just kind of okay. I had an okay job and okay money, and I was sort of, okay when it was Friday, and I was looking forward to the weekend. So really I was looking for something that I guess would give me more freedom and meant I didn't have to sit in a shop. First I thought that was personal training, and found out really quickly that wasn't the answer I was looking for. So this was really a blessing in disguise. I'm probably more passionate about food than I am about exercise, let's be honest. So I sort of grabbed it with both hands and kind of really dove into it. Definitely given me a lot of opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise. So I got to go to Nashville to the international conference about a month and a half into the business, and that really opened my eyes to, I guess, how big it was, and that it wasn't this silly little thing that some silly little girls do, that I really could make something out of it and really impact some people's lives with it. And that's when I shared it with my niece, because I knew she was struggling. I knew she was having a bit of identity crisis with financial things between her and partner. And even though she's a qualified teacher on maternity leave, this was something that could, I guess, give her something back. And I guess when I first came into it, I was a bit all about me, and things really started to take off when I started to make it about how I could help other people, and mainly I think young women. I think a lot of us are sort of conditioned to settle for things. We sort of settle for a certain partner, or we settle for a job, or we settle for some lifestyle that's just good enough. And really what this has given me is the power to sort of show other people that you don't have to do that, that you can get more out of life if you really want it. If that's what you want, the opportunity is there. You just have to sort of grab it with both hands and take it. So I'm pretty excited for what the future holds for me. Things are really just starting to take off now, and my belief is starting to sort of build even more as to how far this will go, and I'm really excited for the next 12 months. Okay.
Awesome, Sam. Thank you so much. It's so amazing to watch your journey. Excuse me. So the next level that we get to is QNMD. And when you get to QNMD, you get a $1,500 bonus. And again, the person that taught you also gets a $1,500 bonus. So I'm just going to skip over that one tonight. And when you get to NMD, sorry, and that's what Natty said before is like one of the pinnacle positions in our company. Just have a drink of water. You get a $3,000 bonus. Sorry. And what I love about that is that, you know, the bonuses don't stop. You can just keep giving yourself a pay rise. So just moving on from that, you know, we start to move into an area, a really exciting area that's called our clubs. So when we get to 24 club, we get a $5,000 bonus. And, you know, at this level here, there's no more teacher bonuses because the person that's teaching you how to do this business is still your mentor and still involved, but they're earning so much money now they don't need any more bonuses. So it's really cool. This is just a bonus for you for achieving great results. The next step on from 24 club is 50 club. And sorry, when you get to 50 club, you get a $7,500 bonus, which is just incredible. And then one of our last recognition levels is 100 club. And when you get there, you get to pay yourself a $10,000 bonus. So, you know, what I'd love to do is have Lorian, who shared the business with me. Lorian's at 50 club now, 50 plus club, and well on his way to 100 club. So I'd love to get Lorian to share his story.
Hey guys, thanks so much for having me on. I've been a part of this company for about 2 years now, and I first came across it through a client of mine who I just saw got some really amazing results from the product, and got me super curious about was there a business behind this. And I met a guy who told me about some kids in the UK that were earning some pretty ridiculous amounts of money. And to be honest, I thought it was all BS. I didn't really believe that kind of income was even possible. But I thought, you know, what have I got to lose? I thought it was $137.50 to own my own franchise. And I think one of the other things is I didn't think I had time to do a business like this. But because I was doing 60, 70 hours a week. I was about $40,000 in debt at the time. I had 3 credit cards maxed out. So look, I was definitely willing to give it a crack. What have I got to lose? And it really just started off as a half an hour to an hour proposition for me in the beginning, and then just grew into much more. You know, I've been able to retire from my traditional business. I don't have a job. I don't have a boss. I don't have like hours. I don't have to ask anyone whether I can go on holidays or not, or have a day off. In my business, the boss always says yes. So far, I've been to Nashville, Memphis, San Diego, Chicago, LA several times. We've been up Hamilton Island. Just got back from Melbourne and WA and Sydney, and the company's put us up into, you know, out in the wineries in the Yarra Valley. It's just, yeah, it's been absolutely incredible. And, you know, recently I was able to buy my dream car, I bought an Audi S3, and I've just moved into, you know, an amazing 5-star apartment on the 17th floor, just incredible ocean views, and it's just, I'm actually living my dream. And it was only 2 years ago I was watching events just like this thinking, that's a load of BS. To be honest, like I was a massive skeptic. But I went on an incredible trip to the US and saw what this could be and how it could impact and change people's lives. And it just got me thinking, so, you know, what if maybe, you know, what if this really could work? And what if this really could be something? And now I'm here, and I got to have a conversation with my mum the other day, and she's had some real bad health issues, and she's on the product, and she's been getting some great results from that. And I said, Mum, like, I want to let you know I've got you covered. I've got you covered. I'm going to buy you a house that you can live in, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. And also, I've had a conversation with my dad where I'm able to pay him money every month, and he's they're both pensioners, they don't have any money, and so that's the greatest gift, to be able to give back to my family, the people that cared about me. And really why I do this business is because I know what it's like to struggle. I've been there. Like, I grew up without not much money. I didn't finish high school. I've been massively in debt, and to go through those challenging times, and to be able to create what I've been able to create through this business, I'm earning multiple six figures now, and it's growing at about 30% every single month. It's crazy. I've never seen anything, like it. It blows my mind. Doesn't even seem real sometimes. That our gift is that I get to help and coach and help other people to have that same lifestyle and create that for themselves, whatever their idea of dream lifestyle for them is. And guys, I know that this all sounds too good to be true. I'm so aware of that. I'm so aware of that. And I haven't got here without putting some, time, energy and effort into this. All good things take time. And it hasn't gone without, a bit of hard work. That's for sure. But it fits into our stolen moments. It fits into our lives. And so we can make those choices around whether or not we want to still work our 40-hour job for 40 years and retire on a pension and like live below the poverty line. Like that. That's the reality of it for most people. And the gift that we get to give and share now is how to create a better life and lifestyle. So yeah, thanks so much for having me on and hearing my story. And all I could say is, what if this really could be real? And what have you got to lose? It's $137.50, like really. Most traditional businesses cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and so yeah, very little risk, virtually risk-free. Anything could be possible.
Awesome. Thanks, Lorian. And I just wanted to thank everyone who jumped on tonight. If you're jumping on for the first time and something tonight has resonated with you, please reach out to the person that invited you along and, ask the questions that you need answered. I know pretty much from every single presenter that you heard from tonight, they definitely asked a lot of questions, and that's okay. We're not here to convince anyone, but we're certainly here to help people that, either want to increase their health or increase their wealth with an online business. So thanks for jumping on. I'm going to stop recording now, and we'll wrap this up fairly quickly because we've got something else on tonight. So please, just reach out to the person that invited you and get those questions answered.